Hey guys, I'm Constigo and today I wanted to make a video about my New Year's resolutions. However, I'm doing it with a bit of a twist because I also wanted to show you guys the behind the scenes of my New Year's photo shoot that I did with a professional photographer called Sam Wall. So I will try and link the Instagram in my bio for him, but also I want to show you guys my website where you can see all of my modelling portfolio that's currently up. I've done quite a lot of shoots now actually, mainly surrounding like events like Christmas and New Year's though, so I want to get more into doing photo shoots that are not just about like events, you know? But regardless, I'm really excited about this shoot, so I'm going to be including it whilst I talk about my New Year's resolutions and a little bit about how this year went. So this year was a little bit more special to me because it will be my first year living completely independent of my parents in my own rented house, and I just got a job which will give me my first work experience towards my career. This means that I'm going to need to take on a lot more responsibility for myself. I also want to take this opportunity of a new year to get clean from drugs and improve my own physical and mental well-being. I want this year to be the first year towards my new life. I know every year we kind of say that this will be our year, new me, but seriously, like, I do want to take this year to try and get my shit together, because this year I have so many things that are set in place that mean that I might actually be able to make that a reality. So my first New Year's resolution is to finally get my driving license and get a car. So I am terrified of public transport, and whilst driving scares me too, I think that it'll make a huge impact on my life to be able to drive and have the freedom of being able to drive whenever I want or need to go somewhere. Also, I'm, as you may know, neurodivergent, and I really struggle with getting places and transport, so I think that being able to drive will really be able to relieve some of that stress in my life, especially as for my new job I had to get 2 buses to get there, so it's going to just be really helpful to be able to drive. My second New Year's resolution is to try and expand my relationships. So I plan on cutting a lot of toxic people out of my life that aren't benefiting. They already know who they are, and I want to expand on the relationships that are beneficial to me and healthy. I want to give back to the people that I care about. On top of this, I know that you can't really search for love, but I'm really hoping that it finds me. I'm kind of hoping that I can meet somebody who I can be more than friends with, you know? I've been single for a very long time now. I took a step back after several traumatic relationships, but now I think that I am ready to move on and finally find someone to potentially settle down with. So let's see if we can make any progress there. I then have my third resolution, which is to engage in more of my old hobbies that I used to enjoy. This includes swimming, exercise, dancing, singing, art, bullet journaling, and creating more content on my social media. I kind of fell out of love with pretty much anything I cared about because of my depression and totally forgot that these things were so accessible to do. My mental illness really took over these past few years, and I don't want to let it control me and living my life anymore. So I'm going to see if I can change that. My fourth resolution will be to keep my job stable at my new career for at least the full year, because I need at least a full year's work experience to be able to go on and do a PhD. I was offered a position working in a psychiatric care facility for elder adults who have psychotic mood disorders such as schizophrenia and bipolar disorder. I'm using this position to build on my work experience and start making a reasonable living. My first day at work is going to be the 17th of January, and I am super excited to get started. I think my biggest challenge working there is going to be the travel. It's definitely going to be something I will have to overcome. Again, hopefully when I get a car though, and I pass my test, it'll be a little bit easier. I also plan in 2023 to save up some money for a few things. Of course, one of which will be to afford a new car once I pass my test. However, I'm planning on doing that with financing, and my work offers a thing where they take out of your salary each month so that you don't even have to worry about like when you're paying the bills and stuff, which I think will be really beneficial for me because I am very good at getting myself in debt. But I also need to save up £500 to do a counselling degree, but that's not for definite because I also am considering doing a PhD instead, which is funded by the NHS. But if I can't get into that PhD, if they don't accept me, then I'm going to save up £500 to do a counselling degree instead. But I also want to save at least £5,000 towards one day getting my own home, being able to pay that deposit. So that's in order to get a mortgage on a 100k house. so I'm hoping that if I can save 5k this year and I can save 5k next year, I'll have enough to start getting a mortgage on a house within the next 2 years. So I need at least 10k, so getting half of that in 1 year would be ideal. I also need to start paying off my debts I have on credit cards and overdrafts. Because that's getting out of hand now. I'm over £1,000 in debt. So my 6th resolution is to produce a new music album. In case you aren't aware of my album that came out this year, Life of a Functional Addict, go check that out on Spotify and Amazon Music and iTunes and Apple Music and pretty much anywhere you can find it. It's even on TikTok. It didn't take off, but it was still a huge accomplishment to me, and I really enjoyed the process of making music, and I loved how the album turned out. So I am prepared to spend more time making another album. I also love to write lyrics that are coming from my heart and my soul. So if you like deep, intense lyrics, then you should totally check it out. My 7th resolution is to build on my modelling portfolio. You know, the one that is showing the behind the scenes right now. So I regularly do photo shoots, but they have mainly been like lingerie shoots for my OnlyFans or stuff to do with like events. So I want to do more lingerie shoots for sure. I love them. But I'd also love to expand my work into more creative tasks. My 8th New Year's resolution is to get clean from drugs and finally sort out my mental health with some therapy. So I have wasted so much time being high or drunk or having mental breakdowns, and honestly, I'm just fed up with it. I don't deserve the life that I'm giving myself, and I need to work towards something better. So this year, I kind of want to try that. And it kind of ties into my 9th resolution because I think that the drugs and alcohol have played a huge part on why I'm so unwell all the time. So my 9th resolution is to sort out my physical health too. So I not only just the drugs and alcohol, I feel like they've impacted it, but there was already problems there to start with. But I have struggled with chronic illness for my whole life, and my doctors are still yet to make a diagnosis. This past year, my liver started deteriorating, my IBS became almost unmanageable, my kidneys stopped functioning properly, and my asthma got really bad as well. So the doctors are yet to find a cause, but that's something I want to push towards. I'm also very sure I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, so I'd appreciate that being looked into. I'm also planning on doing more physical exercise and trying to eat healthier and improve my physical health. So my final New Year's resolution is I want to spend more time creating. So creating content for my OnlyFans, creating content for my YouTube, my TikTok, using my YouTube study account more, continuing to write the autobiography that I started writing in 2020 and have made very little progress on. I have so many plans that I've just never gotten around to achieving, so hopefully this year is to make some progress on them, especially if I'm clean, because I'm gonna need a lot of distractions to keep me busy. Anyways, those were my resolutions. I would love to hear what your resolutions are, so make sure you comment them below, and I hope that you have a good day and an amazing new year, and I hope you come back for more content from me. See ya!